Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Neville Goddard podcast. My name is Mr. 2020. And today is the 20th of December. Imagine that. 5 days till Christmas. Are you frantic yet or frazzled, or are you just having fun? But today we're going to dive into Neville Goddard's 3-day manifesting method. This is how we have guaranteed wins and why we don't wait. Neville Goddard's 3-day manifesting method. Write this down. By the way, don't take notes the first time through. Take notes the second time through. Let yourself be carried by the waves. And then come back and do a surf. Yeah, have some fun with this. Again, my name is Mr. 2020. Thank you for listening, sharing, and if you're listening on Spotify, leave some comments there. If you're listening anyplace else, share, comment. We love the feedback, gang. Have a great day. See ya inside this episode. Alrighty, so let's talk about 3-day manifesting, because this is good. This one's making its rounds right now on the Facebooks. And if you do this wrong, you're going to be struggling for 3 days. If you do this the way Neville taught and the way we teach and how we explore, you're going to have a lot of fun. So let's dive in. Why would anybody wait 3 days? That's my first question. Let's just, before we get to the Neville Goddard quote, why would you wait 3 days to manifest anything? For example, I'm imagining Victoria's Yum. So before I get out of bed, I do my Joseph Goddard. I imagine having had done a great podcast today. What would imply that? Your emails, your purchases, your just feedbacks, your shares. Okay, so I imagine some of that. Right? So I imagine up a yummy lunch by imagining up Victoria's Yum. You got that. I imagine going to the pool and having had a great time, feeling great about my body, enjoying what I'm doing. I do these Ito Portal and Kung Fu exercises. They're just dynamite. But I don't imagine, so today is Tuesday. So 3 days out is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So is that 3 days out inclusive or exclusive? Which would mean like my 3 days out could mean Friday or Saturday. But it gets confusing whenever you start taking things literally. But before we do that, I want you to notice the power of daily wins with Joseph Goddard, because that's how you build confidence, and that's how you get out of the habit of trying to hold on to a wish for 3 days. But I digress. 90 seconds in, let's dive into the Neville Goddard quote. If you remain in that state, you are told in the Bible 3 days, you will be spewed out on dry land. 3 doesn't mean 3 days. 3 means fullness. 3 means complete. Remember, the numbers back then had meanings. So, if I will live within that fish, that state, for 3 days, until the whole thing seems natural and seems real, and it has the sensory vividness of reality, I will then be spewed out as something objective and something that is commonly called in the Bible land or dry land. See, it's not about 3 days. It's about to the point where it feels natural and real. You got to let it become natural and real. And the key is you don't make it natural. Making it natural is like trying to talk a girl into kissing you. There's a natural point for it. There's a natural time for it. There's a natural point in time where you and her kiss, where the magic is. And you both surrender to that. When it comes to manifesting, when it comes to living the life of your dreams, this doesn't mean hold in mind for 3 solid days your wish. Because if you're right now imagining a yummy lunch, I'm imagining a yummy lunch with Victoria. And that lunch will happen in hours. So for me, if this were true, hold it in mind for 3 days. 3 physical days. I would have had started, what would have been Saturday or Sunday, I would have had to have started imagining Victoria's lunch today. That's nuts. And a lot of people are teaching nuts. And I'm not into nuts. I'm into real world results. Speaking of nuts, I get this peanut butter. It's called Mayverse. It's got 2 ingredients, nuts and a pinch of salt. And I love this stuff. On the other hand, a friend of mine told me at the pool, she said, hey, I'll give you some peanut butter. It's from Aldi's. And she gives me this peanut butter that has like cottonseed oil and other shit in it, like preservatives and stuff. And it's like, that's like 50 cents cheaper. Now here's the thing. It's called peanut butter. You can call 3 days 3 days, but in the old language, 3 days didn't mean 3 days. 3 days meant completion, and naturalness. Whenever you feel something complete and natural, that's when you know. And when it comes, that's the other side of this whole 3-day mystery thing. People go, it's guaranteed to happen in 3 days. Good Lord, it's guaranteed to happen in the way that it most naturally happens. Think about this. The number 3 means complete, it means natural. When you completely surrender to the experience of your wish fulfilled, it will naturally happen as it naturally happens. And you won't care if it takes 10 minutes or 3 days. Today we're eating lunch a few hours late because Victoria's getting her hair done. Right? She goes and she has her hairs all done by this lovely girl, Emily. And she's getting it done when we would be eating lunch. Emily squeezed her in for some reason. She didn't have any space, but she made space for Victoria. And here's the thing. It didn't take Victoria holding in mind for 3 days getting her hairs cut. She just imagined tipping. She just imagined how lovely she feels in tipping Emily. She imagined what implies the wish is fulfilled, because we're the tipping kind of people. We're the appreciative kind of people. And that's how we attract into our lives, too. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you're being, what you're being. So right now, just notice, is your desire actually something that is natural? Are you imagining yourself as somebody who's great with money in all ways? That money diamond recording. Okay? Are you imagining yourself as someone who is great to be in a relationship with? Happy, loving husband. Guess what? That relationship impacts every relationship I'm in. Because I'm in a lot of relationships. I'm in one with you. And when you get that I'm a happy, loving husband, you get something that's genuine about me. And it didn't take me 3 days of holding in mind being... It's an ongoing emergent. And that's where I want you to play. So, 3 days does not mean 3 literal days. 3 days means you fully and completely feeling it real. When you completely surrender, it naturally happens. That's all in the mystery of the number 3. If you got gold today, NevilleGoddardStore.com. We've got a lot of goodies there. Go check them out. We've made cool looking graphics, put up cool new goodies. And what can I say? Whatever you're looking for, you're going to find there. Have a great day. My name is Mr. 2020. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. We really appreciate that. Because sharing is caring. Have a lovely day. See ya.